Welcome back to Half-Life. Once again, flashing screen warning. Today
The second time we had to do that.
we finished the game. And it's not because of that start. It's not because of that start. We have
Okay.
there's more stuff at the end of the game. Including the final boss.
Well,
Alright.
That makes sense.
Speaking of final boss, we have more stabbies.
So, wait, the stabbies are the final boss?
No. No, it's just, we just have trees now that stab you.
Yeah, okay, well, that makes sense. In Zem.
Yeah.
I do appreciate how this alien planet still has a sun.
I mean...
Well, it needs light, right?
And the sun does reach other planets.
Yeah.
Hmm?
We just don't really know how far Zen is from the sun.
In the fuck, I forgot what name was of the chapter, but like the one where you're at the military complex. If you look at the sun, and in this stage, if you look at the sun, are they the same like size?
I never
Or did
looked.
they actually like make the sun bigger to make it seem like you are farther away from it or closer?
I
to
never
it?
looked at it. Also, you might have
only
noticed that
look-
that Vortignot did not attack us. How interesting.
I wonder
Why
if
is
he's
it?
a friendly.
And
Or,
we also
sorry,
have
it's
flame-
a friendly.
we also have
Nah, it's
flamethrowers.
Also- Also, Ben, when you said that you didn't look at it, well, you're not supposed to look at the sun. It'll hurt your eyes.
In game.
No shit.
You know that.
I was being funny. Or
That's
smart.
that's still one thing that really disappoints me when I'm playing VR. When I look into the sun, and it just doesn't have the VR cannot do the brightness to just blind me.
I'm pretty sure if companies were to make it like a real life thing, then it wouldn't be virtual reality anymore, would it? It
Yeah.
would just be augmented reality. It would just be augmented reality disguised as virtual reality.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know.
And
Like
al-
I don't.
That
I-
and
I-
also
I-
that
Go on.
that and also that company would get sued for damages
Yep.
to people's eyeballs.
No, all you have to do is put like a little warning there, and you're scot free.
It doesn't matter if there's a warning there. They're gonna still get sued for damages.
Did
Because-
Nintendo get
because
sued for
ki-
Mario Party 1, or did they just take the preemptive?
They got sued and
Yeah.
then the preemptive
Yeah, Nintendo did get sued for Mario Party 1.
for
Fascinating.
having kids blister their frickin' palms with the
Yeah.
rotating stick minigames.
Yeah.
And so for Mario Party Superstars, they put like a warning to not do that. And hey,
They also
Guess what,
toned
Paris?
those games down. They also toned those games down to not require
Well,
as much.
well, they're
As-
still there,
to-
aren't they?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
mini
there's-
games
it's-
are still there, but they're just way toned down. Also, that attack of theirs deals a lot of damage.
Yeah. And not only are those minigames still there, but it's still effective to just do the same thing that would get Nintendo sued in the first place.
Yeah.
So that warning about not doing it doesn't do anything when people are still doing it regardless.
Yeah, but the difference between controllers now and then,
it does one thing.
the difference between controllers now and then, we now have plastic protection.
Well, no, but yeah, I know, but like now it's just a thing that they can't really get sued because there's a warning on there, and they leave it to the player for their own discretion.
Yeah.
Look,
I
I'd
kinda
say the
prefer,
only-
but
I'd say
whatever.
I'd say the only real difference is that now that Nintendo put like a warning, they shielded themselves from liability. Because that's all it takes, really.
Hey, Disney does it.
Yeah, and when the when Meta comes out with a Quest headset that can do like 20,000 nits of brightness, then I guess they'll be doing it too. Except by that time, Meta will likely already be like the giant evil overlord company that has enslaved us all. God bless the algorithm.
I think
No,
it's,
wait,
I
sorry.
think it's
Zuck. Bless the
does-
algorithm.
Oh god.
To be fair, I don't think that Mark would like refer to himself as the Zuck.
no, he wouldn't even know what that means.
Oh, he knows what it means.
Yeah, he knows what it means.
The man owns Facebook. Okay, he knows like 90% of all the memes.
Well, now the man owns the man owns Instagram as well.
I never really saw Instagram as a meme site, really.
It's not.
I do know that people are like posting memes on there, but I've always seen Instagram as the kind of site where people who are like self-conscious about themselves post pictures of themselves for verification, and that's one of the main reasons why I even though I made an Instagram account way back when, I never used it, or I hardly used it.
I never really bother with Instagram.
I didn't either.
Like, the problem is, you know, it's not that I consider myself too ugly or something. As a matter of fact, on the contrary, I know some people who would say that I'm pretty handsome. Yeah, I too don't know what's wrong with those people, but they exist. Yeah, no, every now and then I do, like, put a picture of myself on the social media. The other day I made, like, a whole ass trip through, like, half the country, and I put some pictures of it where my face was on.
I mean, people call me handsome and cute, and I'm just like, huh? Are we looking at this? Have you looked in the mirror lately?
Yeah, and I'm going to be honest. I don't think that like I could of course be mistaken on it, but could you call someone both handsome and cute? I kind of feel like these two are completely different things.
You could be handsome, and being handsome can be cute. It's more like it's a different kind of trait of cute, but it's still cute nonetheless.
Yeah, no, I kind of feel like it's either one or the other.
It can be. It can be, but like it's 2025.
Yeah. In 2025, you can be whatever you want. So whether they be handsome or cute, or handsome and cute, you could be whoever you want to be, as long as you're not a criminal, because you'd be breaking the law.
I was about to say, as long as no one's getting hurt or harassed about it, whatever floats your boat, I don't give a shit.
Well, I mean, some people are getting hurt from it, but that's because those people allow themselves to be hurt from it. But that's a whole different kind of world.
I mean, okay, consensually getting hurt, then. Let's say that.
Yeah.
But under the correct circumstances, even, you know, time and place and all that.
Yeah.
And also consent. That's the most important thing about it. This is more platforming.
Yes,
now,
this is
now
more
that I think about
platforming.
it, now that I think about it, it is absolutely possible to be both handsome and cute. I just thought of Bowser, so yeah.
yeah. Yep. I gotta be honest. I was gonna say it's the same, but I'm thinking of someone completely different than Bowser. I won't say who because, well, that's my thing.
Bowser. Did the game just, like, make you lose health because you were taking a dip?
Oh, no,
No, it's armor.
Yeah, it was armor, and I think it was
armor.
giving it. I think it was giving it to me. I don't pay attention, but yeah. It
was giving you armor.
Yeah.
You went from 40 to 57.
We're at 950, 51, 52. But yeah, now you're starting to realize that maybe the Vortignauts aren't pure mindless monsters. Maybe they're just slaves of whatever native race is here.
And then you've sent out to kill every one of them because they think you think they're the ones like invading Earth when they're not actually.
No, they're invading Earth. They're invading Earth.
But not for the reasons that you may think they are.
Yeah. And I've only been killing the ones that attacked me. I've not willingly killed a Vortignaut that was harmless.
You know, I would.
Because
You
that
know,
would be a war crime.
you know, I feel like there should be. I feel like there's a mod out there that replaces the sounds of the Vortex with the Mars Attacks aliens going ack ack ack.
Nate, there's probably a mod out there that replaces all enemies with fucking Kim Kardashian. It's a PC community. Don't be surprised.
I think that one was harmless,
Listen,
and I killed it because it scared me.
That's what I'm saying. I won't be surprised if there is, because it is on PC.
If it exists, there's a mod of it.
What would that be? Rule 69? I don't know.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that's a different. Wait, no, that's a different rule. Never mind.
No, you think about Rule 63.
Oh
Which
yeah,
is about,
that's right.
which is about female equivalents.
Yep.
Isn't that? Wait, no, I thought you were talking about Rule 64.
No.
Rule 63 is
I don't
gender
think there
swap.
is a.
Rule 63 or 4, whichever one is the one where it's a PC. If it's a PC game, there's a mod of it. Or
Yeah,
if it
well,
exists, there's a mod of it on PC.
You know, I feel like 64 would be pretty suitable for the modding scene. So, yeah. Let's
Rule
declare that
64
our
is,
Rule
if it exists, there's an alternate universe of it.
Right, and then Rule 63 is, if it exists, there is a gender-bent version of it, right?
Yep.
How do people come up with this kind of stuff?
4chan.
Guess the only funny thing that comes from that place.
Yeah.
That's it. It just sounds like a 4chan thing, and you know what? From what I can understand, it probably is.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was saying 64 because N64 and gaming and all that. It made sense in my. It made sense in my head.
And Commodore 64 had a lot of like, it had a lot of modding scenes because it was really easy to just reprogram a game. You know, replace some stuff.
No, that's an even better version. That's an even better reason to call it Rule 64.
Yeah.
The only 2 kills I ever get with the trip mines.
Claymore?
Trip mines.
They're claymores.
No, they're trip mines.
Huh. I feel like claymores do the exact same thing as that.
Looking up.
Okay. Yeah, with a claymore you place it down, and then whoever goes anywhere near it, ba-boom. You know?
Yeah, I just call it mine.
I mean, that's what they are. They are mines, but they're just not called mines. They're a specific type of mine.
Yeah.
Or rather, it is a variation of the mine with a different name. Variation of a mine with a different name attached to it.
You know, I do always find it funny when a game feels a need to specify that it's a fragmentation grenade or a fragmentation mine, and it's the only kind of grenades or mines they have. So you might as well just say
Mine.
grenade
Mines.
Or grenade.
or
Yeah.
mines.
Also, those are claymores. Those are claymores.
Yeah, I thought so.
All right. Also, no fair. These enemies have no clip on.
No, that was a no clip.
They're not no clipping. They're not going through this. They're not going through the geometry of the map.
Yeah, they're flying.
No, but they are fucking floating around.
They're flying. They're flying.
They're telekinetic. They're telekinetic.
Yeah, they're flying, but that doesn't.
I
they're
just
flying,
wish
but if they're clipping through, sorry, go ahead.
I just wish that basically one revolver or crossbow shot killed them. I don't mind using 2 crossbow shots to kill the armored guys. Those guys should die to one
I think
crossbow or revolver shot.
Yeah.
I think it's because they're armored, is why they're taking they're a 2-shotter instead of a 1-shotter. They just look like 1-shotters.
No, that looks like flesh more than armor.
Like I said,
like,
they should be 1-shotters.
The Vortignauts look armored. The Vortignauts looked armored, and they take 1 shot from either one.
I guess the flying enemies that look like they have flesh, it's just regular ass like exposed skin.
Yeah.
Is actually armored skin.
Yeah. I still find them annoying though.
They must have taken a plasmid that would allow you to have iron skin. I keep combining Half-Life and BioShock in the same fucking context. I don't know.
They're
can you tell?
Both worlds do make you go up against freaks of nature.
Yeah, well, yeah, one of them is aliens and the other is just
druggies.
Splicers.
Druggies.
I mean,
drug users.
Yeah.
Okay, but like, couldn't you make the argument that in BioShock you are also a freak of nature?
No.
Yeah.
Not as much as a splicer. Not as much as a splicer. You still have your sanity. You still have your sanity.
Yeah, but
miraculously.
Well,
yeah, but in BioShock you're
2,
more of a freak of nature than you are in Half-Life.
BioShock 2, yeah, you are a freak of nature because you're a big daddy.
You are the big daddy, yeah, exactly. And then Infinite, we don't talk about Infinite. Even though Infinite's not that bad of a game. Annoying.
It's the story and writing. It's the story and writing for Infinite that bothers me.
Yeah, I remember how, like, one of my forum friends used to tell me all the time when I just got into PC gaming to really give BioShock Infinite a try, and it really was one of those kinds of cases where he kept on bringing it up, and, like, not telling me why I should play it. And it kind of just left a sour taste in my mouth, and if I get into it, I will play, like, all the BioShocks at one point or the other. But aside from like some pretty visuals, I kind of am curious about the gameplay. If that's gonna be like any better, because I do recall people saying that it sacrificed a lot of like BioShockness just to become more focused on the shooting bit.
To be fair. To its credit, BioShock there is shooting in BioShock, and there is a huge focus on that. It is an FPS.
Infinite restricts you in weapon usage.
Ugh.
Yeah. While in hold on. Oh, not yet. While in the first 2, you can literally just wield every single weapon you pick up, which is about 6 or 9, if I remember correctly, with different ammo types. I also should say.
There's 6
Infinite
weapons with
only
3
allows you
types
to hold 2 at a time.
Only 2 weapons?
Yeah.
Oh, let me guess. It's one of those realistic kind of things where you have to imagine your character having them holstered.
Behold, the final boss, Nylon.
I thought you were about to say nihilism.
This thing is why the original recording for this episode took an hour.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, he could summon.
This.
Yeah, he's kind of a pain in the ass to hit at the very end. B, he also has warps that take you to different rooms.
Did you speed up the footage?
No. And I do apologize if this room kind of hurts people's heads. Yeah.
And eyes.
Yeah.
And eyes.
Basically, to get back.
This,
Yeah, this is really annoying. This is why I put the. This is why there's the warning above. This is why there's the warning. Warning.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're basically when you're in.
You know, you gotta
Hold on.
give the like interior decorator credit. I mean, tiger prints were in back then, right?
This is a tiger prince. Also, in order to get out of these areas, you need to reach that green, the green glow.
There are no tigers in Zem. Zoology.
Oh, wait. Yeah, sorry, leopards. I was confused between the two.
There are no leopards in Zem either.
Yeah, but like, look at those walls. They're leopard print.
You're a leopard print. No.
No, I'm not. The only thing I'm wearing right now is dark blue.
Well, I'm wearing navy blue. Just a form of dark blue, but whatever.
Basically, for part 1, you need to destroy these crystals.
Yep. And then
Right.
The green, those shots are homing, by the way.
this gonna be what the whole boss is? Just a big ass like enemy gauntlet
No.
and platforming?
No. You can, in fact, dodge those, by the way. It's just a royal pain in the ass to.
Yeah.
Is it like I don't know I think Titanic Monarch in Sonic Mania has the boss has a attack like that.
Oh my god. Wait. Are these actual platform? Oh my god, they are actual platforms.
This is how you get out
oh my
of this
god.
room. This is how you get out of this room.
Ew.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could.
This is why there's not really a final boss in the second and third in Half-Life 2 and in episodes 1 and 2.
Does Black Mesa fix this?
I don't know.
I have no
It's
idea.
been years since I've seen a Black Mesa playthrough, so I don't fully know.
Yeah, and if it was years ago, it probably was at a state where it would just awkwardly end at the just end it.
I think it's apparent that it looks. I think it's apparent now that like, for how badly done this boss kind of feels like.
Yeah.
It has been even at the time of development. Valve are just not good at bosses.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think, and now it's
Anyway,
like
this is me
now it's
skipping
like,
straight to the end, to basically the end bit. This is just a little blooper I had because yeah, you're
Oops.
supposed to
You
land.
died in the desperation attack.
That's not that. Well, that's actually
desperation attack.
you're kind of half right. That is a desperation attack, but you want to know how you escape the desperation attack?
You jump
Remember-
into a portal.
Remember
the
that you
port.
saw that its head was open, and I completely missed.
oh, you jump into its head.
Yep, you have to jump into its head.
The head is a teleporter.
Yep.
What the fuck
Cool.
kind
Well, I
of?
mean, it is
What the
psychic.
fuck
These
kind
are
of
these creatures are psychic. These creatures are psychic.
Okay, creatures being psychic is one thing, but creatures being psychic and also having a portal in their head where their psychosis, not psychosis, where their psychic energy is, that's
Yeah.
another thing entirely.
Yeah.
That'd be like if Rasputin from Psychonauts also had a frickin' also had a portal in like his own, brain.
Okay, oh, hang on. Could you repeat that? Because I could swear that I heard Rasputin.
Yeah.
Like, the Russian.
No, the main character of Psychonauts.
Of Psychonauts.
Psychonauts.
It's Rasputin.
Yeah, that's his
I know that
name.
I know that he's called Ras, but I didn't know about the.
Yeah, it's Rasputin.
His full name is Rasputin, but people call him Raz for differentiation.
I really feel like listening to Bonnie M right now.
I know you. Jesus Christ.
It's a good song.
Well, he did. I mean, yeah, I know. It's like, yeah. I want now I want to listen to that frickin' sped up remix of that song where fucking Putin just like dances so hard to like so hard
a week.
so
I think that
he dances so hard. He dances so hard that it blows up the country.
Glorify the meek.
I think I accidentally
Glorify
selected
the
that
meek.
version when I was doing karaoke a few weeks back.
Oh Christ!
Because my
Oh,
friend
no.
Bart and I, because like I was doing karaoke with a bunch of friends of mine. Apparently, this like a venue pretty close to me, pretty close to all of us, had like a karaoke booth. So we were kind of feeling silly enough to try it out.
You panicking,
And
trying to find a
Rasputin-
launcher.
And Rasputin was one of those songs that we put
No.
up. But I accidentally put up a remix. So, yeah. We were kind of put off guard. Furthermore, the machine kind of started fucking up. So the lines weren't
Hey.
showing up.
It's you.
Hey, it's a G-man. It's the G-man.
Eigenman.
This is the ending, by the way.
It's like, hey, hey, you beat the game. Give me your shit.
I mean, to be fair, they are government property.
Yeah, but still, it sucks that you have to give it all away to... You have to relinquish all of your, like, government possessions, but it makes sense that you have no choice but to.
Where the
Otherwise,
heck
you'd be
is
prosecuted. It's a new, it's a sequence that is completely made, like,
For
for
the
an
ending,
ending.
yeah.
Can you jump off the ledge in these bits?
No. No.
No.
Ah.
What if you do?
Narcs.
What if you put in /kill?
I don't. I think it would just basically load to you to the beginning.
I mean, I was mostly kidding about that.
It's the Great Space Coaster.
If you're interested, just step into the portal and I will take that as a yes. Otherwise, well...
Ugh, I don't like his mouth. I don't like the mouth sounds.
He'll get way better in Half-Life 2. We'll get better in 2.
What does that mean? Did they get? Are there more of him, or is it? Oh wait, there are
His
more.
model improved.
I know. But I said his.
I would've
I said
gone-
his mouth noises in the recording booth. The actor playing the G-man.
Done, Mr. Freeman. I will see you up ahead.
It's almost like
Subject
We're
Freeman.
hearing some
Status
ASMR,
hired.
so.
Waiting assignment.
That's I forgot that the entire game is about getting hired by Black Mesa.
No, basically the G-Man's contractors.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're
We
right,
still have
you're
no
right.
idea who the hell they are.
Save it for the sequel.
And that was Half-Life.
Yep, that was the first Half-Life. It still holds up. There are a lot of stuff that is really frustrating. Like say,
Wait,
It
those
was
were the
revolutionary.
credits.
yeah,
Yeah,
it was a
It was a
90s
s-
game.
it was a s-
game, very short.
it was a really small. Like, it was
I
a small
think-
team of developers.
Sheesh.
I don't think I showed the other ending because there is a second ending to this. Basically, if you just stand there in the tram for long enough, the G-Man will shut the door and he'll send you to an area where you're literally surrounded by angry Vortonauts. About you cannot
That's
win.
Wait, so how many endings are there in the first
Two.
game? Just
Two.
two?
Too.
Oh,
The other
okay,
games
and-
only
That's
have
an-
one.
That's an
That's-
interesting requirement for an alternative ending.
Well,
It kinda
technically, you are refusing his offer.
Kind of reminds me of Far Cry 5 a little bit in the beginning of
And
that
4.
game.
And 6.
Well, any Far Cry game that's past like 4 onwards.
Yeah.
Fours is you're actually
Although-
listening to the guy and just staying there. Fives is basically going against common sense.
Yeah,
I don't
the
know
one in
about
5
six.
really does not make any sense.
Five is the
basically,
worst
Far
one.
Cry,
5 is the worst one because
yeah, and
five blows sucks.
okay, so Far Cry 6 is kind of an odd one because you do have like the sneaky ending, um, but instead of like waiting 10 minutes, 10 or so minutes doing nothing, um, you get at the point where you help like the rebels take over some outposts and stuff, and they're like, "Wow, we really appreciate your help. Here's the boat that we offered, but we would love it if you came to help us." So of course, because it's a Far Cry game, you help them. But it is actually possible to take the boat and drive off, but you have to drive like essentially out of, I wouldn't say out of bounds, but you have to drive the boat like really far away before it starts playing like a cheeky little cutscene. And I don't think there's a credit sequence, but it just basically goes to the menu, and when you reload, you're just at the boat.
That's really lame.
Yeah.
That's really lame.
That's
I mean,
yeah,
I
that's
think it's cool that they did it, but I feel like the those like joke endings, they're only effective the first time. When you try to make them like a regular occurrence, the only thing you're gonna achieve is that people are going to compare them and say how it's like, oh, so better when the previous one did it.
Yeah, and in this case, in the case of Far Cry, neither 5 nor 6s have beaten the original one.
Yeah.
which is kind of saying something, especially in Ubisoft's case.
Because
I mean, Far Cry is one of those weird franchises which evolves, but at the same time, they don't. I still remember vividly how when I was streaming Far Cry 6, well, first of all, I was really fucking pissed that if you're at one of your like hideouts, the game goes into third person. No, Far Cry is a first person franchise, and I would die on that hill. But in Far Cry 4, you could take your repair torch, and I know I'm kind of dragging on. I'm wrapping up. I
no, you're
promise.
fine.
But
Yeah,
in 4, you could take your repair torch, and if you like use it on a tree, you would actually like put the tree on fire, and nearby bushes would be on fire, and like grass would be on fire, and that effect for some reason is not in Far Cry 5 and Far Cry 6 to the same extent. I still feel like if you take a look at vegetation, Far Cry 4 is the most beautiful Far Cry game.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, as I said, as for this game, Half-Life, since it's not Far Cry, it was revolutionary for its time. But
Big time.
nowadays, it's very much there's way better games out there.
Like its sequels.
Yeah.
Like like Half-Life 2, for instance.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like if I get into Half-Life, my Half-Life path is going to be so weird because I know for a fact that the first one I'm gonna play is Half-Life Alyx, because I'm like that much of a sucker for VR. But because we kind of tend to do things chronologically, not chronologically, because we kind of tend to do things in the order of release, I'm gonna have to sit through a whole lot of Half-Life before we can finally get to Alyx, and I'm gonna be honest, I really don't think I've got it in me.
I mean, at least we have at least we have like Black Mesa to play.
Too bad,
instead
Victor.
of
Yeah.
this game.
Too bad, Victor. D-pad might still be motion sick of the set of the other games.
Which
Yeah.
Which
Sad,
that's
but-
not
oh, well.
that's not a laughing matter. That is not a laughing matter. I'm just having joking. Victor Sixpence.
And that being said, there is also the VR version of Half-Life 2, which is not an official capacity, but it's on Steam, and like, it's really well crafted. From what I understand.
And I don't really pay attention to VR, so I'll take his word for it.
Brr?
I said his.
I said ver.
Oh.
Ver.
No, I
Like
said VR.
vroom. Yeah, no, I know you said VR, but I'm saying it like it's an actual word.
Oh.
Ver.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Hey, let me know when you're done, like, arguing, then I can, like, go to bed.
Yeah, I'm the one that's recording.